They are the eyes in the sky over thousands of miles of open water on a mission to save and intercept. The U.S. Coast Guard granting NBC News access to one of their planes, cameras documenting how they patrol the ocean. Within the first hour, flying over a group of migrants stranded on an island near the Bahamas. Floating nearby, two empty vessels. Cameras and radars on the plane are used to spot the vessels before we can actually look at them. Then other officers will look out the window and actually be able to see them out here. This group of migrants brought on board to a Coast Guard cutter. It's all part of an ongoing surge in migration headed to the Florida coastline. The U.S. Coast Guard says more than 8,000 migrants have been interdicted on water in the Florida sector since October. This vessel carrying over 300 migrants crowded on a sailboat. The surge prompting Governor Ron DeSantis to declare a state of emergency, making additional resources available, including the National Guard. The majority of the migrants coming from Cuba and Haiti, often with limited supplies. Most of the migrants found at sea will be repatriated by the Coast Guard, but policing the waters means also bringing humanitarian support for what can often become a deadly voyage.
Had a case a couple of weeks ago where we found people on Guad, the island we flew over earlier. They had written SOS in the sand, and I had happened to see it while we were flying by, and we were able to drop them food, water, a radio so they could talk to us, and we could let them know, hey, you know, we're going to have people coming to get you, and they were picked up within 2 hours.
But the surge in numbers continues, and the vessels seen at sea are a proof of the desperation.
A lot of these vessels are very homemade, and in that way, they're very unseaworthy. So I've seen vessels that have motors to literally a paddleboard with suitcases on the side of it with 3 people, just trying to hopefully drift up towards the United States. And I think that's the really scary thing for us, is because these vessels are so unseaworthy, you know, we don't know how long they're going to last.
Yet, even with air support and technology, the mission to find all illegal vessels is virtually impossible. Florida state authorities say at least 5,400 migrants have been apprehended after making it to U.S. soil illegally since October of last year. Last week, DHS Secretary Mayorkas speaking to Jose Diaz-Balart, sending a message to those migrants.
People who take to the sea will not be eligible for the parole process.
For the U.S. Coast Guard, the mission continues. When our airplane lands, another goes in the sky.
All right, Guad Venegas joins me now in studio. As we heard in the piece there, the administration said they will not grant parole for those taken to the sea. Has that helped with slowing the crisis that's been happening?
So, Tom, they're talking about this new immigration policy, right? Today, Vice President Kamala Harris spoke about this. So the Biden administration has a new policy where 30,000 migrants are allowed to seek asylum. They get an emergency parole to come into the U.S.
From certain countries, right? Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba, right?
Exactly. So we have Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Now, what the Vice President said is since this program rolled out about a month ago, they've seen a 99% decrease in irregular migration. But I talked to the Coast Guard on the plane, and I asked them, what have you seen this month? And they said they're still seeing large numbers of vessels, crowded vessels, and the numbers have not decreased, at least on the water along the Florida coastline. Now, the numbers that the Vice President shared, she's talking about the border in general, right? We're talking about the water and the land border, U.S.-Mexico. So maybe they've seen a decrease there. But in the ocean, the Coast Guard told me they are still seeing large numbers of people make their way. Perhaps it's going to take a longer time for the individuals coming from Haiti or Cuba who are planning to come to the U.S. to maybe change their mind and try to apply through this new asylum process that, by the way, requires the use of an app through a phone. Maybe some people are so desperate, they don't even understand that process. What we know is that the desperation is there, and they are still making their way on the ocean on these vessels.
Speaking of that desperation, you've been covering this for months now for us. What's it like to see those vessels up close? Because, I mean, you can't believe what people get into to cross that ocean to come to the U.S.
Tom, the cameras that these planes have are impressive. They can spot a vessel 15 miles away. So when we flew over one of these boats, they were able to close up on it, and it was made out of wood. It looked like styrofoam and other pieces of trash. They somehow manage to make these. They assemble it. They make these float. I was told that they often see vessels that don't even have an engine. They use paddles And this is how they're getting across the ocean. A lot of the migrants don't make it to the Florida coastline. They will crash on islands. They will be stuck at sea. So that's why the humanitarian mission is so important for the Coast Guard. So these vessels, it is impressive when you see them. We saw those photos, and every time they get a new vessel, I mean, it could be something they've never seen before, whether it's metal, wood, or anything that they can find wherever they're coming from.
Speaks to the level of desperation and what they're trying to escape there.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.